Hi,
Hi.
my name is Chantal Nikuze. I'm student in Bachelor of Art program with College for America at Southern New Hampshire University, and I'm conducting this interview as a part of my academic work with your project. I will record this interview and use the information in the project called Government and You. The interview will be used to create and submit it to College for America so that my project can be evaluated. This recording will be used salary for this purpose. The interview will be temporarily stored in College for America online evaluation system to only evaluator and College for America staff will have access. Do you have any questions?
No.
Do you give your consent to be evaluated?
I, Vedas Mbusha, give my informed consent to participate in this interview to be recorded and used as a part of student academic work.
Thank you. I have four questions to ask you. What are the three branches of government?
Oh, the three branches of government I know are executive, I know other one is related to armies, and also the third one I don't know.
The second question is what does it branch do?
I think the executive one is just like to set rules and regulations for the country, paying for the salary of the workers in the country. The second one, related to armies, also used to organize the army's activities and do other different things related to defense and armies. The third one that I don't know, also I don't know the whole
Thank you for the idea. The third question is Democrat and Republican are the major part. Can you name the third part?
the third part, no, I don't know the third part.
Yeah. The fourth one, what is the basic process by which a bill become law?
Uh, I think in case like just I'm guessing.
Yeah,
In
fine.
case the two parties are like negotiating on the same issue and they're saying we can have promise on this, in that case it becomes a law.
Thank you for giving me your time.
Thank you so much.
See you. Thank you. Hi. My name is Chantal Nikuze. I'm a student in Bachelor of Art program with College for America at Southern New Hampshire University, and I'm conducting this interview as a part of my academic work. With, with your consent, I will be record this interview and use the information in the project called Government and You. The interview will be used to create and submit to the College for America so that my project can be evaluated. This recording will be used for salary for salary for this purpose. Interview will be temporarily stored in the College for America online evaluation system uh, to which only evaluator and College for America staff will have access. Do you have any questions? Do you give your consent to be interviewed?
I agree give my informed consent to participate in this interview to be recorded and used as part of the student academic work.
Thank you for giving me your consent. I have four questions to ask you. The first one, what are the three branches of government?
Yeah, from that question, what I know is that the three branches of government are judicial, legislative, and executive.
Thank you for your good answer. The second one is, what does each branch do?
Yeah, for sure, I don't know specifically what each branch do, but what I know is that they regulate each other.
Thank you. The third one, Democrats and Republicans are the major parts. Can you name the third part?
Yeah, the third party is probably liberal or independent?
Thank you. The last question is, what is the basic process by which a bill becomes a law?
I don't know about that question.
Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Chantal Nikuze, and I'm working on the project called Government and You. And during the time I was working on this project, I tried to meet with two persons. And ask the different questions about the branches of government. The first questions was, what is the three branches of government? The first interviewee said that they only know one branch, which is executive. The second interviewee said that the executive, legislative, and judicial. Uh, Actually, there are three types of government, branches of government, which is legislative, executive, and judicial. Also, I tried to ask them if they really know the law of each branch. The first interviewee said that they they know that the executive set laws or plan about the salary of workers in a country. The second interviewee said that the only thing she know is that they regulated each other, but legislative branch is composed by Congress, Senate, and House of Representatives. This branch make or propose laws. The executive branch is composed by President, Vice President, and Cabinet. Furthermore, it carry out the law. Judicial branch is composed by Supreme Court and other federal court. It evaluated law. Also, those branches have a connection. Uh, those three branches have a connection of setting law. For example, legislative propose law, an executive carry out law, also judicial branch evaluate it. Those branches have connection because all uh, of those branches work on the same thing, which is law. Furthermore, the branches collaborated from the set of setting law uh, until the law will be implemented. So, uh, in short, those branches are working on setting law, and at the end they make sure that the law is implemented. The way the three branches of government regulated each other, uh, of course, as there are three branches, uh, there are checks of the legislative on the executive. There are power to overrule vendors, power to confirm presidents, appointment of vice president when a vacancy in the vice president occurs. Also, there is a power to tax and allocate the tax revenues for executive activity, oversight and investigation of executive activity, power to implement treaties. Also, there is power to improve presidential nominees. Uh, Also, moving for legislative, the check of legislative on judicial, there are power to set size and structure of counts, power to improve presidential nominees for judge judgeships. There is a trio of impeachment, international checks, and improve of both houses required for passage of laws. Uh, Also, there is check of executive on the legislative. There is power to veto, power to pocket veto, power to call a special session of Congress when Congress is not already meeting, vice president over Senate meeting as president of Senate. Congress, Congress cannot reduce the salary of the president while they continue in office. Uh, Moving forward, let me talk about the check of executive on judicial. There is power to nominate judges, power to to full or to participate, pardon convicted criminals. Also, there is check of judicial on the legislative. There is power to declare bill unconstitutional. There is Congress cannot reduce the salary of judges while they continue in office. The Chief Justice President over an impeachment trio of presidents. Also, there is check of judicial on executive. There is power to declare executive act unconstitutional. Uh, it, those all checks was all about how the three branches as they regulated each other. Also, I tried to ask my interviewees about the the question said that there are Democratic and Republicans are the two parts, and I asked them if they know the third part. They said the first interview interviewee said that they don't know the third part, but the second interviewee said that is independent. Also, those parts have importance, or there are the independent when the government not have the right to adopt an additional power to fulfill its duty under the constitution. So Democrats and the Republicans are there to control the government. This means that those parts play the role of controlling the government, how government is working. So the impact of the third part, which is independent, is that in election, this election hold a unique opportunity, or when the election hold a unique opportunity for independent a third party candidate to gain popularity. Votes are faced with two unpopular major party candidates in presumptive nominees. Donald Trump of the Republicans and Hillary Clinton for Democrats. Nearly 20% of poll respondents aren't currently supporting either major party candidate, the highest level in the past three election cycles. But just how agree are Americans with those candidates in the current political systems? Would they be willing to give power to independent candidate or a new party? Uh, I tried to ask also the interviewees to how the process of making bill the law. The first interviewee said that they don't know the process, or they tried to answer, but it seems they don't have information about that question. Uh, and the second interviewee say that they don't know. So there are 10 steps that they pass through so that the bill can be the law. The first one is a bill born. This means that someone can draft a bill. After that, Congress member, the president, and the member of cabinet or the head of the federal agency introduced legislation. The process of introduce the legislation is the sponsor. The second step is community action. On this step, the bill is examined or analyzed by committee. If the bill is not examined by committee or accepted, the bill will be directed die. The third, sorry, the third is subcommittee review. The bill are referred to subcommittee in order to be studied or evaluated and hearing. The bill record with the bill record will be heard by the executive branch, experts, and other republic officials and the supporter. Also, and they will be opponent of the registration. Fourth is markup. The subcommittee may meet to mark up the bill. The fifth step is uh, committee action to report a bill. In this process, after receiving a subcommittee's report on a bill, the full committee votes on its recommendation to the House or Senate. It is in this process, I want to mean that after receiving a subcommittee report, uh, the full committee vote on the recommendation to the House or Senate. This action, it is ordering a bill reported. Six is voting. After the passing on that process, in this step the bill is passed on the federal defeated by the member of voting. Uh, Also, there is other step called the referral uh, to other chamber. When the House or Senate accept the bill, the other chamber will have decided if they accept the bill or not. If they don't accept, the bill will be rejected. But if the bill is accepted, the bill the bill will continue in the other process. 8 is a conference committee action. When the action of the other chamber significantly alt the bill, the conference committee is formed to reconcile and the difference between the House and Senate vision. Sorry again. If agreement is reached, a conference is reached, a conference report is prepared to describing the committee members' recommendation for changes. Both House and Senate must improve the conference report. 9 is final action. After the approval of House and Senate, the bill is sent to the President. If the President accepts, the bill will be allowed. If not, the bill will be die. The last one is if the President votes a bill, the Congress may attempt to overrule the vendor. If both Senate and House pass the bill by a two-thirds majority, the president veto is overruled and the bill become a law. This is the end of my video. Thank you for hearing.